everyone, it's Di here from Di's Den and welcome to another week's project. This week I'm calling this card Captain A because I can't say the rest because it's actually copyrighted. So I'm just letting you know this is my Captain A card. When I did my tutorial I didn't put these stars on here but I decided that they needed something more on there, so I've done some stars that I've put on there as well. So this card uses Real Red ink from Stampin' Up, and my insert is a really nice big insert here written in there. So I'll show you what we need for making this card. We're going to need this stamp set, which is called Happiest of Birthdays, and we're going to use the It's Your Day, enjoy it. And then on that inside I've got wishing you the happiest of birthdays. For my shield I used the layering circles, and I used the 2, 4, 6 and 8 size, which is like so. Let's pop them here so you can see. So this is one of, this is what I call one, the smallest one, and so that's 2, 4, 6 and 8, finishing with the biggest one for the outside. So let's pop those in there and that's out of the way. I'm also using the stars, which has actually retired, so if you don't have these stars you'll have to find a punch, or if you've got other brands that's fine. And this is the smallest star out of the layering stars framelits. Okay, let's show you what we need, and I'm going to need a card blank that measures 11 3/4 by 4 1/8. I'm going to zoom you out a tiny bit. I think you're in just a tiny bit too much. There we go, that's a bit better. For our layer, outside layer, we're going to need a piece that measures 5 5/8 by 3 7/8. Then when we come to our pieces for our shield, whoops, we're going to need the largest one, which was 8, and that's 6, that's 4. Right, and that comes out of a piece of card that measures 6 by 4 inches. For our middle one, which is our 6, and our star, our piece of card has to measure 3 inches by 4 1/4 inches. And for our blue one, that measures, that goes on top of there like so, that measures 2 inches square. So I'm going to actually, while I'm just here, I'm just going to punch out 2 more stars in red. Oh, these are really hard to punch out, so that's why we're doing them now. And 2 in the white with my coal punch, because nobody makes a punch this simple anymore. So I've got those there ready. So I've got 2 stars in red and 2 in white. For our tag on the front, we've going to need 3 pieces of card. Red one that measures 3 1/4 by 1 3/4. Blue that measures 3 inches by 1 1/2 inches, and the last piece in white that measures, that should be 3 1/4 inches, sorry, by 1 3/4 inch. Oh, I can't even see this now. So this piece here measures 2 3/4 inches by 1 1/4, 3 by 1 1/2, and 3 1/4 by 3 3/4. For our insert, we have another blue piece that measures 5 5/8 by 3 7/8, and a white layer that measures 5 3/8 by 3 5/8. So that's all our pieces. Let's put our little stars over here, and we're going to start by assembling this, because I did this differently to, I just didn't stick them all on top of each other. So I stuck the red and the white one together and the blue and the red one together like so. Let's do that first. Because this card actually doesn't take that long to put together, so. Okay, so I've put those 2 together, and then I actually put dimensions between them. So we'll pop them on one side until we're ready to do that bit. Okay, and we're going to start by using our scoreboard to score our main card. So let's bring in our scoreboard, and we're going to score our main card at the 5 7/8 mark. And that's all the scoring we're going to do. So that's great. Scoreboard's out of the way. Fold our card. And we have it all nice and neatly done there. So we're going to start by putting our layer on the front of the card. There we go, all nice and neatly. So that's the front of our card layered. So let's get our shield all ready now. So what we're going to do, where have I put them? I've got my dimensions here. So I'm going to put some dimensions on the back of my, if I can get them out. That's what happens when you have a brand new packet. On the back of the smaller two, and I'm going to layer that into the center of our other ones, so that gives that some height. And we're going to do the same with our star. We're going to pop a dimension onto the back of our star to bring that up as well. Now this is optional, and I did this, but I thought it was a great idea. As you can see on my original card, this sort of sits like it sits out, because I put like 2 dimensions between there, then one here, and then flat at the bottom, so that it looks like it sits out at the side like this. So I'm going to do that again. So we're going to put whichever way you want it to be to the top. Going to put 2 dimensions here, one on top of the other, making sure that you remove the sticky paper on the release paper, so that the 2 pieces stick together nicely, otherwise they don't stick together. And then we're going to put one on either side, like so, and let's pull them all off. And then I'm going to put glue along the bottom here, so that it sits flat along the bottom. And I'm going to pop that on my card, making sure that I have the one that sticks out the furthest at the top. And I just think that that gives that lift, like a shield would be on your arm or something like that. So that's my shield on there. So we're going to do a bit of stamping now onto our white piece of our label, and that is the one that says, "It's your day, enjoy it." There we go. While I've got my red ink out, I'm going to pop that over there. Gives it all time to dry. I'll do the one for the insert at the same time. There we go. All our stamping's done now. So I'll pop that out of the way, and while that's drying over there, I'm going to bring in my corner rounder, and I'm going to round the corners on all of these pieces of the... Now why won't this stick? There we go. I'm having a weak wrist day. So I'm rounding the corners on all 3 of these pieces. And I love this card. I think it's just so quick and easy, and so effective. There we go. So we're going to glue our blue and red piece together. Got a fluffy end just there. And to glue our red and blue pieces together, and we're going to put some dimensions onto the back of our white one. To pop onto that. Oops, let's put them in the bin. I remembered to bring the bin over this time, so let's put them in the bin. And then I will put some more onto the back. Now I've got some of these large ones. I'm going to use them up because I'm trying to get rid of some of my older things that I've got here. So it just helps me, instead of having lots of things open, to not have quite so many. So let's pop those onto the front of the card like so. And then we will just pop some of the really smaller dimensions onto the backs of these stars, like so, and then we will pop them onto the front of the card as well. Let's pull the backs off of all of them. That's that done, and we will pop these onto the front of the card, if they don't stick to my finger. And I just think that that just sets it off. I think the other way it was just way too plain, so I think that really does set it off. So let's work on our insert, and we're just going to glue our two pieces of our insert together. Oops. And I need to put a new blade in my cutter because I'm getting some fluffy ends. And we're going to just pop that into the middle of our card, like so. So there we go. That's a really quick and easy card. Yet really effective for those boys in your life that like the Marvel characters. Or the girls, I guess, because I must admit I'm a bit of a fan of the Marvel movies. So that's my card for today. I hope you've enjoyed my card today. This one I did with Real Red, this one I did with Poppy Parade. So that's why you can see the little bit of difference. It's not a good light in this room, unfortunately. I'm going to have to get a window put in, or a skylight or something at a later stage. So that's my card today. If you would like the written tutorial for it, please head over to my Facebook group called Die Stand for Stamping, Crafting and Tutorials. You will find the link at the bottom down here, and you can check it out on my blog as well. And I look forward to seeing you again next week. Bye for now.